Hi, this is Trevor Conquergood. Welcome to this week's RNK Software Club's video for the week. And the topic for this week is going to be about the fancy patterns and how you can make your own. I guess what I'm talking about is the fancy pattern fill. Here, let's start by just taking a basic shape, draw ourselves some kind of an ellipse, select it, and then come down to the bottom and click on Fancy Fill. So by default, you get the Fancy Fill pattern number 201, and there's all kinds of patterns in here for you to choose from. Dozens and dozens of different patterns that you could choose from, but perhaps you would like to make your own, and it's not very hard to do. You can literally design any kind of fancy pattern that you want in the background of your fill. And so this is, notice they all have numbers. This is number 271. And so if you wanted to make your own, the way to do it is to open one of the ones that already exist and make edits to it, or I guess you could draw your own and then save it. But it's kind of hard to know exactly what to draw at first, and so I find it's easier just to open the ones that are existing, and then you'll understand what it takes to make one. So this is, what did I say again, 271? When I selected it, says pattern 271. So let's go ahead and find that and open it. To do that, you're going to use the Tools drop-down menu. It's up at the top where it says Fancy Pattern Editor. And you can choose to load a fancy pattern. Notice the option for Save Fancy Pattern is not currently available, and that's because, well, essentially you need to have some artwork, lines selected to be able to save one. But to get started, let's load one. So when I click on Load, it brings up the list, it knows right where to look, kind of thing. And so you just have to scroll through and find the one that you want to edit. So I'm going to look for 271 right there. So that is the line that it takes to make what we see on our screen. So if I go ahead and click Open, so this line here is the line that makes up this pattern. So I'm not sure if I can really see it in there. Maybe I'll change the color of this artwork so it kind of shows up over top and see if I can find where it is. Oh yeah, so it's right there. See that? If I put it right there, I can see how it creates. So the repeat is this is the bottom half and this is the top half. So whatever shape, if I want to change the shape, all I have to do is either draw my own lines like this, or I can go with my shaping tool and move or edit these lines. So let's just try something different. Let's go right click and say add a point, and then make that point go somewhere else. See that? So now I've made a change to the original line, and you could add as many points as you want and kind of shape these lines up to be anyhow you want them to be. And now when I have that line selected and I go back on the Tools drop down menu to where it says Fancy Pattern Editor, notice now I do have the option to save this pattern. And so if I click Save Pattern, it shows me what that will look like, in the results. And if you don't like it, you can close this and make some more edits to it. If you're like, yes, that's my, latest pattern, I love it, then you click Save. And it gives you the option to save it. Now, it doesn't preempt a name or anything, so you'll need to decide what you want to call them. Since this one's sort of like a variation of 271, I could call it 271A, or whatever you want to call them. But give them names and then click Save. So that's it. Essentially, we're done. You can close your little sort of saving window, and if I wanted to now, let's just select the shape that we had before and maybe make a copy of it. And then on the copy, we'll change it from 271 to see now there's a new option called 271A. And I'll click Apply. And so we'll be able to see how I changed the pattern from the original to the new. And I did it by using the sort of Fancy Pattern Editor, which again is found under your Tools drop-down menu where it says Fancy Pattern Editor. And so I hope you enjoyed today's video. I do want to make a suggestion. If you love all of the videos that I do, you might want to check out, I have a few free videos on my Sunset Stitches website. If you just bring up sunsetstitches.com, and underneath the Floriani workshop where it says free classes, these are 4 different classes that I made that are really perfect for a brand new user that's just getting started. These are meant to be kind of like the first classes to watch. There's 4 of them, so see it says Quick Start Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, and Class 4, and they're all basically on my YouTube channel, but you can find a link to it from sunsetstitches.com. Feel free to share them with your friends. If you want to learn more about my workshops, they're certainly available from any Floriani dealer, and that's how you purchase them. And then you come to my website and join, and you get all the extra stuff. So thanks for letting me give a little shout out for the free designs at Sunset Stitches, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Until next week, have a great day, and bye for now.